Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and this is Books Forever After, where I sit on my floor and we talk about everything and all things books. So today we're going to be talking about my September TBR, and as we know, September is like the start of fall, and fall means to me, as does a lot of people, it means chilly mornings, sweatshirts, pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin everything. And for books, it just give me all the dark fantasy vibes. It just fantasy everything. So you know, I'm talking vampires, witches, magic, any sort of thing. Paranormal romance that just really into. So that's kind of what's going to be on my TBR, and these books have been on my TBR for a while, and so yeah, I kind of see the next 3 months a lot of my reading is going to be focusing on fantasy, so historical romance is probably going to take a little bit of a sidetrack for now. Probably pick up again half and half fantasy romance and historical romance back in November. So but for now, while I'm in the mood, it's time for fantasy romance. Okay, let's get started. Before I get started on my TBR, I just kind of want to show the books I did not get to, part of for August, and as you know, that was the Romance Readathon. So I had a very ambitious TBR, and then, you know, midway through I got sidetracked because I got into the fantasy mood, as we are here now. So so these are the ones that I will not be reading, that I had not gotten to, but I still will be trying to prioritize for the rest of this year, and try to pick up these in November, some of these in November. So we have Shanna by Kathleen E. Woodiwiss, Teresa Medeiros, Yours Until Dawn, Lisa Kleypas, Suddenly You, Lisa Kleypas, Stranger in My Arms, Brenda Joyce, The Masquerade, Sabrina Jeffries, By Love Unveiled, Lorraine Heath, The Earl Takes All. I did read the first one, so look forward to that one. And then The Hunter by Kerrigan Byrne. This is book 2 from The Highwayman. That was like a new all-time favorite, so definitely will look forward to reading that in November. Indigo by Beverly Jenkins, and In the Shelter of Hollythorn House by Sarah E. Loud. And this was what I got from a giveaway from Goodreads, so that would also be pushed a little bit out. Alright, so those are the books I didn't get to, but let's talk about the books that I want to get to this month. So the first one is part of a read-along that I co-host with April. This month is going to be No Choice But Seduction by Johanna Lindsey. We're reading a book a month of the Mallory Anderson series. There's 12 books in the series, and we're doing a book a month. Although we did skip June, we might read the June one in December and read 2 books in that month, but we'll see. But yeah, this is book 9, and this follows Boyd Anderson, and who is Georgina's brother, and this follows Katie Tyler, and so they both get involved in some sort of plot and where Anthony's daughter gets kidnapped, and things ensue from there. So there we go. And now I'm doing a buddy read with Tiffany from Tiff Talk Pages, along with Lynn from Lynn's Romance Library. So we'll be, I don't think she's already read this, so I think Tiffany and I are going to be reading this. That's going to be Fantasy Lover by Sherilyn Kenyon. He is a cursed, like, Greek god, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but he's cursed to continuously just be existing as a lover for women, and so he has one full month with them and such, and caters to their every physical sexual desire. So that sounds very interesting. And this would be my first book that I read by Sherilyn Kenyon, although I have picked up quite a bit of books from recently from the thrift book shopping that I've done, based upon Hannah by Hannah Blackwell here on YouTube, she really liked, I think she mentioned the second one in this book, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm currently reading that, and this is probably the one that I will finish first in September. And I'm about 20% of it right in progress right now. So looking forward to that. Next is a YA fantasy, like vampire romance. Think Twilight. I mean, they did the marketing of Twilight, that's for sure. This is by Tracy Wolff. This is book 2, Crush, from the Crave series. I liked book 1. It does read a little bit very young YA. A lot of slang and just, yeah, a lot of slang. So we'll see how this goes. I did pick up like pretty much all of the series, but this might come to bite me in the butt. I don't know. I don't know how I'll go with this one. This may become a DNF, so we'll see. But it has been part of my top of my TBR to try to finish this series or read this entire series. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Next is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I've heard really good things about this. I also do have book 2, so I may or may not pick up book 2 this month. I might, if I don't get to, I'll do book 2, Hellbent, in October. However, I am just all for this. This is like very dark academic vibes, secret society vibes from my understanding. So that's just from what I've heard. I don't know much else about it, so I'm kind of trying to go in blind. But yeah, I've heard many good things about it, but I'm just trying to not hear anything about it at the same time because I really want to go into this blind. So looking forward to this. It definitely feels like it's going to fit that, you know, fall vibes for sure. All right, next two is, I think, part of a trilogy, and I think the third book actually does come out in the end of September. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but because as you know, I did unhaul Caraval series. That is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Gerber and The Ballad of Never After. So I did read this one already earlier this year, but I kind of forgot. And I kind of listened to most of it in an audiobook while I was driving. So I think, you know, going to and from work. So I think I might just reread this physically. Because for me, my brain just works better that way. If I do listen to it, I want to listen to it while I'm reading it, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I will just reread that one with this. So this is like a very like YA, and I've heard really good things about the second one. So I'm hoping I will like these, and I want to pick up the third one. So yeah, there we go. All right, and then last, I got a few more. So Maid Cabot. I have a arc that I was selected for to read on Galley, and that is Enchanted to Meet You. And I will post a picture up here. Looks like a urban fantasy kind of rom-com-y. It follows, and here we go. Really don't know much about it, but I guess it follows a witch and that she is the chosen one. So it's like a chosen one trope. And it's in like a small town, West Harbor snobby elite, as it says here. But that's about it. I'm not exactly sure what it's about, but it's Maid Cabot, and I'm a fan of her, and it's a little witchy rom-com. That's what it looks like, and I'm here for the ride, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that since I have loved Maid Cabot in the past, that I like her new work as well. And another Maid Cabot that I want to get to, I think this is kind of like a similar kind of vibe. This is published like back in 2010, so this is a while ago, but I recently picked these up at a library book sale, and I remember reading this, I believe, but I don't remember reading it, if you know what I mean. I don't remember anything about it. It's been over a while. So So yeah, that is Insatiable by Meg Cabot. So these are vampire, and then Overbite. So these are like the duet, I believe, following the same couple that I believe. I'm saying this a lot, but yeah, urban fantasy. She discovers a vampire, the classic tale of vampires and things like that. So discovering her boyfriend's a vampire or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but I'm intrigued. So it's been a while, so hopefully it turns out good. All right, and then lastly, I do have another one that I'm reading on KU. That I read book 1 just the other day in August, when you're seeing this. And that was The Crowns of Nyaxia, book 1, The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I want to get to The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. That is also a duology, or yeah, duology. So that was like a 5-star. So I'm hoping that I really enjoy this second book. And then next is the second book of The Drowned Empire. I have this from my library, so I will be getting this sooner rather than later. That is Guardian of the Drowned Empire. The first one was Daughter of the Drowned Empire. And this is like a Cleopatra meets Throne of Glass. It's really, really good. And I'm really intrigued, and I think it's by an indie author, Frankie Diane Malice, and I don't think I've heard anything else by her. I think this is like her debut series, but I saw this from like a Facebook book group, is where I actually first heard about this, and I'm interested in seeing where this goes. It kind of, it also has a vibe of Hunger Games a little bit, because she has to go through these trials to become a guardian kind of warrior now. So that's where she is right now. So she hasn't, where we left off in the book, she hasn't, she's preparing for it now. She's requesting into this big trial that's going to be happening soon. So a little bit of the underdog story that I just love, a little bit of Fourth Wing kind of vibes because of that. So really, really enjoyed it, looking forward to it. All right, so that is all the things I want to read for this month. So I'm really looking forward to it. Please let me know what book you're really excited to reading this month, and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can see every time I post. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.